I got a real good friend here, see? Real good friend.
Crypto. I know a few things.
Yeah. Let him get on first. Let him know.
Put
your thing on silent.
Yeah.
Oh, hey.
Silent. Oh.
I didn't see you there. Oh, me? Well, just here with a friend of mine.
The super detective.
He's a bit of an expert, if you know what I'm saying. You just made it past the BLM protesters? Well, good for you. That means you're agile, quite quick on your feet, light on your toes. Hello, Anthony. Mr. Paul. Good evening. We're joined by Crypto Jim Rat, says XRP is the standard. Well, so good of you to join us, Mr. Crypto Jim Rat. Too cool for school, Maximus Martinez. The glasses match the shirt for a special occasion, of course. A holiday, if you will. It's Doge Day. Good evening, folks. Sammy Gattaga, relative of the... No, that's Gallagher. Never mind. I was going to say that you were his cousin. How's it sound, Mr. Lewis?
Sounds alright.
Good. Very good. How's it sound out there, people? Does it sound nice and clear? Does it sound nice and crisp? Nice and dense? Nice and fat? Huh?
Someone said I just converted my 401k to XRP. Thanks, Raymond.
Hey, you smart. Joe Martinez, my little brother, says, don't make me say it.
You like to gamble, huh?
Don't make me say it. Doge to the moon. Am I mispronouncing it? Is it doggy? Is it Doge? Doji? I'm calling it Doji because that's the most obnoxious way to pronounce it, baby.
I mean, it's a meme, so you can say it wrong, you know?
Yeah. Doji.
The creator says it's Dogecoin.
Dogecoin.
Yeah, like French. Dogecoin. It's Dogecoin. Of Russian, right?
How do you guys pronounce it? Everything.
It's Dogecoin. I have the botis in my trunk.
Noe Cortez representing Salsa.
Please send
El Vaquero.
10 billion.
Says sounds good. Thanks, Noe.
Yeah, I can hear like Russians using it.
It is Dogecoin.
Yeah. I've wired 4 billion Dogecoin to your account. Yeah.
Of course. Yeah. You will accept the Dogecoin or you do not do business with Ukraine.
Yeah, exactly.
It's Victor de Alba says Safe Moon.
Safe Moon is all right, Safe Moon is
before we even go there, Luis.
Yeah,
I gotta introduce my buddy here. All right. People are asking, who is this dapper gentleman? Mystery man of the night. And guys, my friend here is also a partner of mine with my crypto portfolio. I trust him with my funds, Mr. Louis Phantom, aka Luis C. Cantu. If you have ever seen any of my stand-up videos, people are always asking, yo, who does a song at the end of your videos? It's this awesome song. And you'll see music and produced by Luis E. Cantu. That's my buddy Luis over there, aka Louis Phantom. Too much drip. Yeah, buddy. Give me your money, baby. Yeah. The ladies approve. Yeah. Thank you, ladies.
Jess Rodriguez says, I'm losing money on Doge. We'll talk about that.
We're going to talk about it. So, guys, my buddy Luis I gave him a special mission today. Not only is he a sweet rapper, he's also does beatboxing and amazing music comedy that you'll be seeing in El Paso. If you guys are at the El Paso Comic Strip on May 20th, I'll be at the El Paso Comic Strip. Get your tickets at the comic strip. My buddy Luis, aka Louis Phantom, will be there. But aside from doing fat style musical comedy, he's also a crypto guru. Okay, so what does that mean? What does it mean? Okay, yeah, crypto guru. Yeah, yes. What does that? What does that make you qualified to do, bro? Does that give you special qualifications? Does it you being a crypto guru? And what was it? What does that even mean, guys? This guy studies cryptographs. It's his passion. He loves this stuff. Why did you fall in love with this? And when did you fall in love with this? Because you've been talking about this for a long time.
Yeah.
You've been even when you were in high school.
That's right.
They were looking at you like you were weird. You were one of the first people. How old were you when you were talking about crypto?
I believe I was 17 years old. The first time that I got into Bitcoin in high school.
You got into Bitcoin at 17 years old in high school. How old were like what year was that?
I think it was my sophomore year. Yeah, Minecraft came out in 2009, around the same time that Bitcoin came out. And in order to enter this specific server, you had to pay in Bitcoin. So I was like, what's this Bitcoin? Why don't they just use PayPal?
Yeah.
Or whatever, right? And I started researching why these kids were using this weird currency online. And eventually I got obsessed with it, and it threw me down, the orange pill. They call it the orange pill.
Okay.
I got orange pilled.
Okay.
And so that's where you go down into this like vortex of studying cryptocurrencies and what is it doing to the internet? Why is it here? Why people thought that it was going to crash like 600 different times in the past decade, but it's still here. And it's been running like clockwork.
And
every 10 minutes.
You told me that you were telling people and they were looking at you.
Oh yeah.
Like they didn't get you.
Like my economics teacher, Richard Yakel from South Texas Academy of Medical Technology. He was my economics teacher, and I scored a specific I messed up the curve because I got a 90 on this like really hard LTF test, and ever since then, I knew, okay, I should follow this. So yeah, it's a passion of mine, but people back then thought that like this was for like criminals, like, oh, you're into Bitcoin,
you're on the black web,
you're downloading drugs from the internet. Like,
are you buying elephant tusks?
Yeah, like what? You're supporting the cartels online. No, it's like it had all this bad rep. So like I wouldn't tell anyone. I didn't tell anyone. When I was buying Bitcoin, it was $200 a coin. And I was just like putting every other paycheck into it.
Bitcoin was $200 a coin. Currently, I'm looking at it right now, 55,700 is what it's sitting at right now. And you guys are asking, man, what would I have done to have gotten Bitcoin at $300? And you were telling people you should get it, and what would they tell you?
Why are you buying that scam? That's a speculative asset. That's people are afraid of new technology.
So, guys, make sure you smash the like button or smash the heart button right now, because we're about to break down why cryptocurrency, in your opinion, Luis, is crypto going anywhere?
So, if you think back to the 90s, like there was this one point where people talked about the internet the same way. They would be like, "What's this?" Email. People are downloading their words online. Like people didn't understand.
You'll never replace the postal service.
Yeah, the newspaper is gonna be around forever. Yeah, it still is. Right. Yeah. That's how we still have horses. You have a Tesla or a horse.
I have both. Right.
Some people have both. So it's options. So just how we graduate. If you go back to the first ever instance of money was cave drawings, where you had tallies on walls where it said like 1 or 2, and it meant like this person owed this other person that amount of chickens or whatever they were hunting, berries, and so it was a ledger on the wall. That's what it was. And then people converted it into pebbles, and then they slowly graduated to precious metals, and then paper money came in, right? And it was backed up by gold until Nixon passed that thing in 1913 or somewhere around there.
Yeah.
He untethered.
Well, you're talking about the 1913 tax law, the the Federal Reserve Act, the one that the Titanic, the people on the Titanic were trying to stop. Is that what you're talking about?
That's what I'm talking about. Those of you that are woke understand exactly.
You guys know what I'm talking about.
Exactly what I mean by the gold standard died that day, right? So ever since then,
don't mind my kids screaming in the background. We're just good parents around here. So then,
ever since then, we've had this thing called fiat, right? It's not the same as it being backed by gold. It's like it's backed by debt. But anyways, inside that fiat system, we upgraded it. We created debit cards and credit cards.
And I remember like debit cards. I was barely like I was born into the plastic credit card as they were becoming introduced. I was born in '85, the year of the Nintendo, by the way. Yeah, buddy. And so I got to see the transition into that plastic where people still carried a lot of cash.
Yeah.
My dad was he carried boatloads of counterfeit cash because he was in the drug running business. Shout out to my dad, Silver Fox, R.I.P. Silver Fox. And he was in the, for real, like straight up had boatloads of cash. And people just took cash without checking it, without nothing.
Yeah.
They just took it at its face value. It's like, this is $20. They didn't know that there was a bunch of those copies that those same exact duplicated bills had been passed around all of the lower region of South Texas. Shout out to my dad for being a bandido. And so what, like, that could teach you a lesson with crypto, can it?
Yeah. I mean, if you look at Zimbabwe, there's this one clip that I can't get out of my brain where this reporter goes up to this man that has a wheelbarrow and he's carrying cash, and over there they have an inflation problem where there's so much cash being printed that he's carrying a wheelbarrow full of cash, and the reporter asks him, "Sir, aren't you afraid that they're going to steal your money?" And he says, "No, I'm afraid that they're going to steal my wheelbarrow because the wheelbarrow is worth like 20 times more than the cash inside of it."
Wow.
That's how bad inflation can get. I mean, we're not there, we're not close to that at all, but the fact that exists, that should be a red flag. The relationship that you have, the social contract with money as a society, those instances in society where that occurs should be red flags to you. Like, okay, this thing could break, right?
The whole system could collapse.
It could.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that.
And people pretty much, the paper that you're holding in your hand is worth what it's worth only because we, as a society, say it's worth that, and we have faith in it, right?
Think of it like a stock, right?
Yeah.
So like when you own a share of Apple, if Apple does well, you do well. Same thing with the US dollar. The US dollar is a stock for United States.
Yeah.
Right? It's the nation's stock. Except that they're constantly diluting your shares when they print out 40% more.
Yeah.
You have the same amount of shares. You're believing the same. Your belief amounts hasn't changed, but they've printed out more, so now you hold less shares of your nation. That's not fair.
Yeah.
So the opposite of that is a deflationary asset like Bitcoin, Litecoin.
What's so special about
Ethereum's becoming a deflationary asset? It's still inflationary, but it's going through updates.
What's so special about Bitcoin as a currency, and when you talk about the importance of the blockchain and decentralizing it all? That's you love blockchain and you love decentralized stuff. Explain to people why you love that stuff.
When something is centralized, guys, it means like there is a center point. There's a server somewhere, a building, a person, or a committee that is a point of weakness. Because if there's people that are controlling something, like Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg is in trouble legally because he's in control of this thing that has grown so big that now everything he does, he's at scrutiny from the government. Hey, what are you doing? You're growing too fast. You need to divide your sectors. Well, that's because it's centralized. When something is decentralized, like say BitTorrent, uTorrent, the Pirate Bay, Bitcoin, these things cannot be killed. As long as someone is running that piece of software in their home and another person is connected to that person, the network continues. And so just how you can download, I mean, think about it. Why haven't they stopped illegal downloading of videos and music? It's because they can't.
They can't.
They really can't. uTorrent to BitTorrent are decentralized applications, just like Bitcoin. There's no, it's not a coincidence why it's the same, bits prefix. BitTorrents, Bitcoin. There's a bunch of other bit applications.
So when you decentralize, you take away the power from the people that are in charge, and that's why they don't.
Instead of it being a hierarchy around this central point, it's literally spread out between all the holders of a specific. Like if it's something like Ethereum, right? You hold shares of Ethereum, and as the network grows, so does the value of your shares. And they're not going to be printing it at a ridiculous amount. They're following an algorithmic formula mathematically that everyone's involved, right?
Yeah.
So it's just an agreement between computers that people are using, and they're saying, hey, we're going to verify the network to make sure no one's cheating. And every 2 minutes for some blockchains, or every 10 minutes for Bitcoin, we will be printing a certain amount of Bitcoin. So every 10 minutes, how long have we been online?
We've been online for 16 minutes.
So in 4 minutes, there's going to be 6.5 new Bitcoin. So while we were live, 6.5 new Bitcoin were printed into the environment, and it's distributed to everyone who has computers that are running the network. It's not, this is going to go to these specific people in our sector, and they're going to waste it properly, and so it's just control, man. I mean, Dogecoin is different. Right. Let's talk about Dogecoin.
Yes, Juan Marquez.
Someone said, I lost money.
Is asking, what do you think about Dogecoin? Thank you, Juan Marquez. I gotta play some flamenco guitar. Juan Marquez.
Juan Marquez pregunta sobre la peseta Doge.
¿Qué es lo que piensa usted?
Sí, we start
de la moneda del perro. Dice Juan Marquez. Aún.
Una persona dice que Doge.
Que el perro
es una vida.
Le causó que perdiera todo el perro. Perdió todo. Y Juan Marqués aún todavía preguntando, ¿qué es lo que piensas de la moneda del perro?
Right. So,
thank you, Juan Marqués. I had to put some flair on it.
Dogecoin is it's a hard fork of Litecoin, and all that means is just a copy of it. Litecoin is a copy of Bitcoin. So it does have some fundamentals.
And I got to tell you guys this. I know I've been hyping Dogecoin the whole time, okay? And like hardcore throwing it, like if you're not dumping your entire life savings, 401k and life insurance money,
don't do that.
Just cash it all out, pull it all out of the bank, put the deed to your house on Dogecoin. If you're not, guys, I am joking when I say that.
It's a meme. Yeah.
It's a meme. And the coin was literally created as a joke.
As a joke.
As a joke.
It's a joke.
It's a joke. But I am a fan of jokes. I make a living. Make a living.
So that makes sense.
Telling jokes. So, of course, I would invest in a joke because I make money telling jokes. So when I tell you guys that invest in Dogecoin, I'm joking, but I'm not joking because I am invested in it and I'm making money. I've made, and I threw down like $300.
Yeah.
I'm not throwing down hardcore, but hey, I threw $300 when it was down at 4 cents. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, well, hello.
Yeah.
It
became how much?
A little stimulus
or something.
A little stimulus money.
That's what I'm saying. Some people get stimulus checks with their little crypto investments here and there.
So, and that's because I don't qualify. Thanks, Obama.
Thanks.
And because I Willie Nelson my taxes. That being beside the case, I love cryptocurrency because it's a counterculture. The Dogecoin, especially, it's a way to slap Wall Street in the face peacefully. It's a way that a culture, a subculture, is growing to kind of like antagonize Wall Street, and make money.
Like, if you're a punk, like if you are a rebel, or if you're against authority, getting into cryptocurrencies is the best way to say, like, stick it to the man. Yeah, it's a big fu to their face and saying, I don't like the way you're running this. And so they're realizing this. Institutions are getting into it. I'm going to list a couple of institutions that people might know about. You can Google these if you want. BlackRock, MicroStrategy, Tesla, right? ARK Investments, all these institutions, JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs, all these institutions are getting into Bitcoin, and they want to buy it right now because in their predictions in 2024, 2025, Bitcoin is going to be like ridiculous. Like everything is going to be picked up with it as well.
Almost like paying with PayPal started off with a few websites.
Yeah.
And almost every single website you can pay with PayPal. It's almost going to turn into like that extension is going to be about Bitcoin at the bottom of your Chase app, at the bottom of your Wells Fargo, at the bottom of your whatever banking app you use. It's going to be like, withdraw to your Bitcoin wallet.
It fixes the problem that we have right now as a planet. Everyone's trying to be the dominant nation, and they're like, use my currency, use the euro. No, use my currency, use the American dollar, use my use the yen. And so what Bitcoin is, it's an agreement. It's, hey man, this thing belongs to no one. What if we just like use that as like a global bank that we know is not gonna overinflate our currency? So nations are realizing we could use this China just said 2 days ago, they announced to the world, this is not a cryptocurrency, this is a crypto asset. They declared to people that Bitcoin is digital property. So it's no longer a gamble, no longer like, oh, you're gambling your money on cryptocurrency, you're speculating.
Yeah. No, so this is now considered by one of the world governments as a actual tangible asset.
Yes.
What does that do to the market, Luis? Like, you're the dude. By the way, if you're wondering who's joining me here today, it's my buddy Luis Cantu, aka Louis Phantom. Find him on Facebook. He is a meme creator. He is a content creator. He helps me develop these stand-up comedy videos. Whenever we've been doing road shows, this guy's my dude on the road. He's a camera guy. He's a recorder. He's a sound engineer, all in one package. He's an opener. He's a host. Dude does it all. At the same time, he's managing cryptocurrency portfolios while I'm driving. And you're making money on the road while we're driving, just moving money to different folders, and just like, and you're essentially banking on the knowledge that you spend at night. You're up at night watching graphs, dude. I've seen this dude walked in on him, and he's just looking at graphs. Like, you've seen that meme where it's the dude that's like pointing to a bunch of stuff, and there's a bunch of strings on the wall, and he's just like, oh, like it's like a conspiracy theory meme usually. That's what this guy is with graphs on crypto. Why do you like that stuff? Like, what is it about that stuff that fascinates you?
It fascinates me because, like, all right, like someone asked in the comments, they said, who invented Bitcoin? It's a mystery. No one really knows who did it, because he knew that if they went public, they would kill him instantly. They'd just be like, no, they would make him an example.
You're taking the power away from us.
Yeah. So he did the smart, or she, whoever it is, or they, the group, did the smart thing, and they deployed it anonymously. But the code is public, right? Like, you don't have to. This is the beauty about decentralization. You don't have to know who it is as long as they show you the code. Because the code will tell you if it's a scam. It tells you if it's going to take away your money or not.
Yeah, and you know how to read all that white paper stuff, and this guy gets into the coding and all that. That's otro jale. And the reason that people are in the comments probably wanting more predictions on your part at this point right now.
We'll go into predictions in the middle. Once we get to, how many likes do we have?
We're at 68 likes. I think we can get past 100
likes. I'll start doing predictions. People are asking predictions.
Yeah. If you can get this video past 100 likes, we're going to start getting into the predictions that Luis feels in his loins.
And let's do voting. If you want me to talk about predictions for Bitcoin, type in a 1. If you want me to talk about predictions for Dogecoin, type in a 2, just so we can know what people are feeling.
Okay. Adrian Guerra is wanting to know about Dogecoin, and if you feel that it's going to increase in the next years. We're at 92 likes. Just hold on for that answer.
Flying. Yeah,
it's flying. 95. We're close to 100.
Okay, we'll get one prediction at 100, and then we'll get the next prediction at
150. Let's do it. Let's see that. So this, for me as a joke writer, look, we're at 101 likes. We're about to answer Adrian Guerra's question. Do you think Dogecoin will still increase in the next years? By the way, before you answer that, I want to explain to people that we are simply teaching people who have no idea what crypto is. This is what this video is about. The majority.
Pay attention.
Yeah.
Take out your notes.
¿Verdad?
Yeah.
For real.
Yeah.
Because this stuff is real.
I charge $1,500 to do this.
Yeah, like a consulting.
Raymond, you know, he wanted to do this for you guys for free.
For free,
he
Papa.
brought me on here. So take notes, man, because I'm not gonna be coming on here very often. I'm busy with my portfolio and his.
We're crushing it.
Yeah, take notes.
This guy, you stopped working for other people, and this is what you do.
This is what I do.
This is your passion. This is what we call in my family, in my culture, ese es el mero mole de Luis.
Ese es mi mero mole.
Ese es el mero mole.
That's my bread-winning position. Like, I sit at my house in my trousers smoking certain medicinal herbs.
Herbal supplements.
And I look at the markets, and people I love, I tell them, hey, man, get in on this, get in on that. And I do have this Telegram group, which I'll put in the comments at the end of this video. You can join that Telegram group, and I post videos of coins that I think are going to do like 100x. Like, oh, this might go up 100 times.
Man,
you put in
that's some life-changing money right there.
Yes. You put in $100, it might turn to $10,000.
That's some life-changing money right there.
So, like, I tell people with these high-risk coins, don't put more than $50. Don't put 100. But if it turns into something, it turns crazy. Like, you made 5 G's off of $50. That's what you call an asymmetrical asset risk, because you have more upside than downside. So, anyways, that all those words and stuff, I can break it down to you, for it to make sense. Like, I have this rule. I'll give you this. And I have this.
And I want to tell people that are commenting right now, this guy is making a fortune on this stuff. Okay, this guy has a portfolio that he has for himself that he's doing, and is constantly making money while he's even sleeping. Okay, El Vato knows his stuff. I don't know. I'll give you credit, bro. I tip the hat, because I don't know this stuff. This is outside of my realm of my fortes, ¿verdad? But my hope is that there's people here that, because you're explaining it to me in a way that's really easy.
There's some here. I don't know if they could see this or if it's focused. Are they focused on there?
A little bit. Pull it back. There you go. There you go.
I don't know if it's focused, but I was going to show them. There's some contracts that have these specific rules that everyone involved participates in. And what it does is you're basically playing with decentralized tools, like these finance tools that used to be stored away in Wall Street, locked away behind brokeries and all these like institutions that are holding this technology to themselves. All of a sudden, the people that are in there get into crypto, and they're like, hey, what if I take this technology and I bring it to this other industry? And because of how decentralized technology works, anyone can use it. So you're getting to this world where now anyone could be Wall Street. You know what I'm saying?
You're kind of like counting on everybody else wanting to be on the same boat.
Yeah, I mean, GameStop was the beginning.
Tell me about GameStop, because that stuff radicalized what we slapped Wall Street in the face.
It was the first financial meme, the first meme that affected billionaires. They lost $70 billion, and the people that were just making memes, making fun of them, they made millions. Why did this happen? Because people focused together and they saw these billionaires that are shorting a stock. A short just means that you're paying money for something to go down. You're thinking, this is going to go down. I'm betting it's going to go down. So I'm going to buy some stock at a specific price so that I can make profit off of that decline, right? So these regular people on Reddit saw that these billionaires were doing that, and they bet against them, because from the distance from $4 to zero, it was just a little bit of money that they could lose. But the billionaires, they have no limit to how much money they could lose, because that stock could keep going up.
And they were getting crushed.
They were crying. There's billionaires that went on TV and they're like, "Hey, you need to stop doing this." Like,
so that woke up the people, a lot of people, to a peaceful financial revolution.
That's what Occupy Wall Street really became. Like, that's the real way. Crypto showed Occupy Wall Street, this is how you actually do it. Don't go and protest and stand there with signs
and get pepper sprayed.
We get pepper sprayed. Yeah, you get on the news, but nothing really happens.
Big shout out to my buddy John Polar Bear Gonzalez.
You vote with your money. You vote with your cash.
Make it work for you.
That's what they listen to.
John Polar Bear Gonzalez says Luis is a genius when it comes to crypto.
Hey, Polar Bear went into a cryptocurrency with me at it was like at 0.007, and now it's at 1 cent or close to it. So he's made some money too.
Making some fat cash, baby. Yeah. Shout out to Polar Bear. We're gonna be together on a show in San Antonio, stacked with talent, guys. May 15th. Get your tickets on Eventbrite. And John Polar Bear, Mario Superstar Salazar, Israel, One Bad Comic Garcia, stacked with talent. Irma Ruiz as well, one of the up and coming rising stars out there in San Antonio. So
I have these five traits that I look for in blockchains, because people were asking, how do you know what's good? How do you know what isn't? There's these 5 traits that I look for on a blockchain.
So tell these people the 5 rules. This is what Luis.
This is so you don't get scammed.
By the way, Luis gets paid mad money to tell these people this advice that he's about to give you to businesses. You're getting at least $1,500 a consulting session.
For a 2-hour consultation.
Fácil. So what he's about to tell you, please don't take it for granted.
Take notes.
I hope that I want my friends here to learn and win, guys. I want us to win. That's my number one goal. All right. Let's put it in the comments. We all win. Hashtag we all win. Ba, ba.
So it looks like 1s and 2s were about equal, right?
Okay, so explain, Luis. Please go into detail what you feel about that.
Okay, so to tell if something is bullshit or blockchain, you look for 5 different things. You look to see if it's open, meaning is it easily accessible?
To search like the code, or what?
Yeah. I mean, can you look into the code? Can you read the code? Cool. Can you access the blockchain as long as you have internet connection? Yes. Does it ask for your identity? No. Good. Does it care what IP address you're from? No. Okay, good. That's open. If it's closed, it cares where you're from.
It wants to
have a specific phone number from a nation for you to use it. No, that's a closed system. If it doesn't care where you're from and it just lets you use the product, it's an open product, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Bitcoin is open. So is a bunch of other coins like Ethereum, etc. Now, is it public? Can anyone look into the technology? Can they read the code? Can they audit it? Can they see the transactions? Now, they don't know whose transactions are for, but there are tools that you could trace back identities. But that's for like FBI's and people. If you're not doing anything bad, you shouldn't be worried about what you're doing with these cryptocurrencies.
Unless you're one of the scumbag pedophiles.
Yeah, then you should be scared, right? But
they're coming for you.
So open.
They're coming for you.
Public means that anyone, like we're saying, anyone can look into it. It's not like a hidden thing. It's not a patented code that you cannot read. Neutral is very important. It means it does not care if you're sending money to someone that's located in a nation that is an enemy of your nation. The blockchain doesn't care. It's not going to say, oh, yeah, we're going to block that because that's against our geopolitical beliefs. We're not going to support that specific nation because they're not buying our oil. No, it doesn't care. This is the main issue.
You can do international business.
Yes. So sometimes when you want to send money to, I had an experience like this with Xbox Live. In 10 seconds, the story is my Xbox Live friend was from Iran. He needed some money for business issues. He was my 6-year friend. We did a lot of games together. I tried sending him some money. I could not give him money.
Like Western Union doesn't go to Iran.
Nothing would go through. PayPal wouldn't go through. Nothing went through. Only thing that went through was cryptocurrencies because it was neutral. So again, we're so far with 3 traits: open, public, neutral. That's what neutral means.
Okay.
Censorship resistant. It's close to the neutral thing. Censorship resistant means if you do send money to someone using the neutrality, you won't get censored, right? So with the US dollar, if I do send, let's say I support a political affiliate somewhere in a nation that is against my nation, I can get censored. I can, all of a sudden, I can no longer use my bank account.
Yeah.
You get frozen, your assets are forfeited. Like, you can't use your bank account. You can't be a regular financial person now. Now you have to go about using money grants and cash. Your whole life changes just because you chose to support someone that you wanted to believe in, that your nation didn't. So censorship resistant is very important. Open, public, neutral, censorship resistant. The last thing is borderless. So this is if it makes it a global phenomenon. Is this a Russian blockchain? Only Russians can use it? Is this a Chinese blockchain? Or is this a global phenomenon? Is this something that anyone from anywhere, Bitcoin, even a computer could use it? A computer, like let's say in the future, you're going to have an app like Lyft or Uber that you order and you pay with a cryptocurrency. And because there is no hierarchical corporate stream of income that's stealing from you, it's a lot cheaper now because there's no center. Because it's decentralized, everyone makes less off of the technology, meaning the users make more money. So let's say I could now take an Uber from here to McAllen for $1 in the future, which is very likely with cryptocurrencies.
Yeah.
Okay. In that process, a self-driving car comes, it's connected to the blockchain that's fueling itself. There is no person inside of it. I get inside the car. As soon as I enter, the near field connection sensors in my phone will send over XRP into the vehicle.
Wow.
Or whatever technology you're used to. It'll work with anything. Ethereum, it'll detect.
This sounds like it's way outside of like sci-fi.
This is what goes on in my brain when
But this is actual stuff they're actually already working on.
They're working on this. Yeah. I'm not
Amazing
just
stuff.
I'm not Alex Jonesing you. These are, I mean, even Alex Jones, he doesn't
Stay away from fluoride, folks.
This technology, I'm talking about 10 years into the future, and so it's going to bring down the price of a lot of products and services you're used to, and it's good for you. You shouldn't be afraid of this technology, but you shouldn't throw your 401k into Dogecoin, and we'll talk about that when we get to 250. What are we at? How many likes?
We're only 15 likes away from 150.
Okay, we'll do a prediction.
And they're asking, is Dogecoin an open crypto?
So yes, here's what I was going to say. So all those trades belong to Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin is like the daddy of crypto. Well, Litecoin has those traits as well. It's a direct copy of it. The only difference between Bitcoin and Litecoin is the block size. That's it. So it's and the amount of coins, right? But I think that the block size is just how long it takes for the coins to mint. Bitcoin, it takes 10 minutes, how we talked about earlier.
Yeah.
In this podcast,
37 minutes.
6.5 Bitcoin times 3 have been minted, and for Litecoin, it's every 2 minutes. So it's a lot more. It's 5 times more.
Okay.
Litecoin are minted than Bitcoin. So it's all ratios.
That's what drives the value of each coin independently.
So the price is determined by the market cap. Market cap is a fancy word that just means the amount of money inside a crypto, right? Or a stock. The market cap divided by the amount of circulating shares. That's how you get the price. You divide market cap by circulating shares equals price. So the reason that I don't like Dogecoin is because half of the entire supply is inside only 12 wallets. That means that there's 12 people out there that have control over half of the price impact of that cryptocurrency. At some point, maybe when it reaches $1, I do think it'll hit $1. Maybe it'll go $1.25. But at some point, there will be a collapse because it's a bubble. It doesn't really. That's really a speculation. Like a lot of people like to call Bitcoin a speculation. Like, well, the Chinese government, like we said 2 days ago, they just said it's not a speculation. It's a crypto asset. It's property. So China and all these colors. I think the nation that will win this next decade is the nation that decides to adopt cryptocurrencies as part of their infrastructure first. Whoever does that effectively first will be the next superpower.
Wow.
Of the next.
I hope it's Texas, just by themselves. Texas by themselves would just dominate the world, for real.
All right, we'll do one prediction because we're behind, right?
What do you think? Yeah, we just got over 150 likes. XRP.
We owe them 2 predictions because I did the 5 trade thing.
Yeah.
But we owe them 2 predictions.
All right.
The first prediction for Bitcoin. Okay. If you look at it cyclically, in 2013 and 2014, you compare the data with 2017 and 2018, the last 2 times that it peaked after the halving.
You're looking at like history repeating itself.
Yes, I'm not using data that's not real. I'm only using empirical evidence. That means evidence that we've seen, right? So if you look at the history of Bitcoin, it looks like if we're about 68% into the bull run. So whatever that means to you, I mean, it might touch 100K. It might not. 65, 63 might have been the top. I don't know what's going to happen, and I'm not a financial advisor, and none of this information is for financial purposes. It's just for entertainment purposes. We're speculating.
He's got to say that for legal purposes.
I have to say that, but
I'm going to tell you straight up, I'm a legal advisor. Take all my advice as concrete. Set it in stone style, baby.
Oh, my God. He's joking. That's satire.
That's called satire. Babylon B.
Security Exchange Commission.
Excuse me. From legal. That was not true.
Yeah.
That's brought to you by Get Up.
That's our legal department over there.
We got a whole department working back here, bro.
So, okay.
We're paying them in Dogecoin.
Bitcoin. I think this is my opinion. This is my opinion only, and I'm not declaring anything. I'm just saying that, in my opinion, Bitcoin will touch 100K at some point in 2021.
That's what your personal belief is.
I think that it will happen somewhere between August and September, just like it did in 2017 and 18 when it touched 20,000, just like it did in 2013 and between 2013 and 2014 when it touched 1,000 for the first time. I think that it's doing a 10x pattern. So it went from 1,000 to 10,000, 20,000, and now I think it's going to do a times 5. It's because the halving.
Wow.
Every time it halves, it matters less, right? So if you look at that, historically, it looks like it'll touch 100,000. Now, what does that mean? Okay, everything else is going to go up with it because
if Bitcoin goes up, I have noticed that all the other cryptocurrencies start trending upwards.
It's like
why is that?
It's like the Marines. Like Bitcoin is the Marine of the crypto. It goes in first.
Okay.
So if it goes down, everything else starts bleeding. If it goes up, everything else starts winning too.
Cool.
It determines the market direction mostly. You do have some rogue coins, right? Some coins that don't care what Bitcoin's doing, but 90% of them are controlled by the market direction of Bitcoin. So when it's going up,
smart stuff, guys.
Bitcoin's going up right now. It has been going up. It's up, 200% every year for the last 10 years. I personally think that in the future, people won't talk about millionaires the way that we do today or billionaires. They'll talk about Bitcoiners like that, or whatever the asset is, because it might evolve, right? The consensus of the people involved in Bitcoin might develop it into Bitcoin 2 by then or whatever. But my point being is that in the future, just how we have like different ways to evaluate currencies, like, all right, you have the US dollar. Some people hold their wealth with it. Some people hold their wealth with gold. Right, some people buy assets, property. Well, this is just another option, and this digital decentralized option, this monetary firewall, this global phenomenon is going to be here forever until the internet gets shut down or until the earth dies from some catastrophic event. Like, unless the internet is going to be, dissipated or destroyed,
disconnected or something.
Yeah, crypto is here to stay. So.
Daniel Ordones is asking.
Let's answer your question. Oh yeah, the
Doge
prediction. Okay, Dogecoin. I think that Dogecoin is going to touch $1 at some point, but be very wary once it does. It's going to be very volatile. Yeah, and at some point, like the people that have half of the supply of Dogecoin, they're going to want to cash out. They're going to want to say, okay, the dumb money's in, and they just literally, in crypto or in stocks, there's this thing called a rug pull, right?
Okay.
A rug pull is a term given where the people that have the most shares decide to pull out, either to scare the market so they could buy lower, or to literally just cash out and wait for the 4 years until the next market. So you have to be very careful about what you do with your Doge. I'd say if you're going into it, buy every day the amount that you're wanting to buy. Split it up into 30 days and going slowly. And if you're coming out, same thing. Daily cost average out. So if it takes you 30 days to go into Dogecoin in your position, it should take you 30 days to get out of it. Don't try to sell all at once and then it goes up 100x and you're like, you have to go out slowly.
That happened to a buddy of mine. Got you, bro.
That's why you don't do that. Some people had millions of Doge.
Bro, my buddy.
They exited out all in one day when it was at a tenth of a penny. If they waited onto that, they would have been millionaires.
My buddy would have had over
Daily
$600,000.
Look at that. Listen to that, man.
Okay, because he sold it when it was at 1 cent.
Jeez.
Because it wasn't moving.
It wasn't moving, right?
It had been
consolidating.
Yeah. It had been a while that it was sitting there for a good while. And it's just like, man, yeah. and he put in some fat money
Uh-huh.
and then just sold it, and then it took off. And that guy's
That's the worst feeling.
oh man, I tell people that I put in all my life savings and stuff like that, like I'm just goofing around, right?
Yeah.
But if we were back in the day when I was going on tour and everything was sold out, I was making some fat cash. I would have chucked at least half a paycheck, at least half a show's earnings towards it, because it would have been like a crazy night in Vegas type of thing. It's a gamble.
It is.
It's a gamble. If anybody likes to buy pot numbers at 100
stocks,
or 200,
stocks are a gamble too. I mean, some of them are more stable than others.
Some people buy pot numbers for the Cowboys, and even though the Cowboys lose, they still win.
Yeah, because they're shorting them. They're betting that they're going to lose or whatever.
Yeah, like the pot numbers. You don't know if you're going to win, you're going to lose.
Yeah, it's a gamble.
It's thrown away. Sometimes you buy a pot number and it's like a real crappy number where it's like a 9-6, and you're just like, nah. Like
that's a good way. Like at worst, cryptocurrency is like pot numbers. Like you don't know which coin's going to blow up. You're playing with your money. In the market might crash at any moment, and we might be blindsided. All right, but at its best, cryptocurrency is the internet of value. You had the internet of data in the 90s, 80s, and it went from email to the first layer. Check, this is free information for your audience.
Ora.
Take notes. The first layer 1, was web and email. Layer 2 was web, mobile web, and applications. Now we're going into layer 3. Distributed networks, aka cryptocurrencies, and decentralized finance, right? You're getting this tertiary layer where it's not about data, it's not about communication, it's about value. And the language of value is evolving, just like it evolved from paper to plastic. Now it's evolving from plastic to network. Don't be scared of it.
And you're not, sometimes now it's even turning into like when you say network, like you don't even need plastic anymore. It's like, hey, you got a Cash App, te lo mando ahorita.
Te lo mando ahorita, güey.
Ahí está tu Cash App. Epic, go over there. Wait, come over here, Epic. Come over here and show these people your beautiful haircut. I gotta show this, guys.
I like how he changed his mind. Get over there. Actually,
come here. I gotta show. My son has got a mullet. Turn it down, son, because I want to feature your haircut. Pause that, and look at this beautiful haircut. Show these people your haircut. Oh yeah, look at all that swagger. You like it, Epic?
I sleep while going in the ranch.
Yeah. What's your haircut's name, Epic? What's your mullet's name?
Gilbert the Bashful.
The Bashful?
I mean,
I thought he was gonna say
Salvo
Dogecoin.
the Slime.
But hold on, Epic. Look
It's
at the
name
camera.
of a
Look,
new
come here.
enemy.
Come here. Show the people your fantastic hair.
I got
Look at that.
Doge when it was at a fraction of a cent.
Pete Astudillo would tip his hat at that. He's winking at you guys, by the way. Go over there with Mama and close the door behind you.
Crypto Jim Rad says, I got Doge when it was at a fraction of a cent. So you're up. Remember, you're up on paper, right?
He's crushing it.
You're up on paper until you sell it. So
That's awesome.
in 2017, I witnessed people that were millionaires lose it all, lose 80% of it, because they were like, this is going to go up forever, you know? So that's why it pays to have a crypto consultant to tell you when to exit the market.
Bro, you told me about one thing that I was like, yeah, I'll put some money in there. Exploded. It's even right now, it's sitting at a massive, but there's certain cryptos that make you lock in.
Yes.
And you just have to like,
they're called certificate of deposit.
You just have to like look away. Like I just put it in there, just kind of like
you delay gratitude now so that in the future you're a millionaire or whatever. Like you could get $10,000 this year, or you can use this technology. DeFi is a technology that, like, again, Wall Street used to have this technology by themselves, and they had it gatekept away for people that have the paywall to access it. But now it's accessible to anyone. So people that are using, all right, here are some keywords. People that are in cryptocurrency will know these keywords. Pancake Swap, right? Uniswap. These decentralized exchanges. KuCoin is a great app. If you want, we can download an app together and purchase a cryptocurrency. You guys can decide what cryptocurrency you want to invest into, but I can show your audience the process, how easy it is to at least have access to the coins. If you wanted to buy a coin that's early, because that's when you want to get into them, when they have low market cap but high enough to where they're not going to instantly fail. I like mid-sized market caps where there's people in there that are professional engineers. You can look them up on Instagram, on LinkedIn, on Twitter, and talk to them. They're real people, and they have a project that's solving a problem. Dogecoin is not solving a problem.
It's a joke, guys.
It's a big joke.
It's a joke, but I'm in on the joke, and I'm riding the wave, baby.
So sure, make your money.
To the moon.
Make your money on
I'm gonna make
Doge,
the money.
man.
I'm gonna make that money.
Stack that stash, but just be sure to exit at some point. Don't think that it's gonna go to $10. It's not. In order for it to go to $10, it would have to beat Bitcoin, and I doubt that it will do that. I mean,
So
I seriously doubt it will.
Rolando Gomez is asking a question. What's a good app to buy crypto? I've seen several out there.
KuCoin is a good app.
Awesome.
We can't use Binance because China says that we're not there yet with crypto, so they barred us from that app. You could get Binance US and maybe use it if they approve of you. But I wasn't approved, probably because my account's too old. I got it when Binance first came out.
This is a question I get. Alfredo Ordonez is asking, is Robinhood a good app to buy crypto?
If you're not planning to convert it into anything else, like you're planning to buy it and sell it, then I guess yes. But you don't really own your crypto on the Robinhood app. Like they own the shares and you own like the keys to it. You own the keys to the keys. When it's better to own the actual keys to your blockchain,
Wow.
to your crypto.
Great information, bro. Amazing.
Any other questions that we have there? What are we at? 150 or 200?
Yeah, he said George Palaluna.
That's funny. I've never heard it in Spanish.
Palaluna con el perro.
To the moon.
Another question. Robbie Blashki
Blashki.
is asking, SafeMoon. What's up with SafeMoon? I've been seeing this
All right.
all over the place. SafeMoon. What's going on?
All right. SafeMoon is what you call an hourglass contract, right? So as long as you own shares of SafeMoon or SafeMars, right? So SafeMoon is to Bitcoin, SafeMars is to Litecoin, right? They're like its baby brother. As long as you own shares of that decentralized autonomous organization, the profit that the blockchain creates gets distributed to its holders. So all that means is that as I'm holding, like you could probably see it, I don't know if they could focus on it, but as I'm holding, like let's say right here, 778,000, as they profit, so do I. It goes up.
I get you.
So so there's a tax on transactions in and transactions out at 4%. 2% of that tax gets distributed back to the holders. So as people enter and leave, as long as you're holding, because people know that it cannot rug, because it's a contract that anyone can read and audit, you could make passive income as long as there is a market for it. So people in SafeMoon are making like several $1,000s a day if they got in the first day. I know that a friend of mine put in $100 day one on SafeMoon, and it like 50,000. It's up 50,000%.
Wow.
So I don't know how much that is. I mean, it's probably 50,000 or whatever, or more. I don't know how. He didn't tell me exactly, but I know that these kinds of contracts are very high risk because we don't know who controls them, but we also don't know who controls Bitcoin. Like if we don't know who Satoshi Nakamoto is, are these contracts really that any different? SafeMoon is a little bit risky, but you can make a lot of money. I would, if you are thinking about getting into SafeMoon, I recommend SafeMars instead because it's only a month old. SafeMoon is 3 months old. So
David Flores is asking, explain crypto exchange fees for the listening public.
Okay. So cryptocurrency exchanges like Binance and Coinbase are two different types of exchanges. Coinbase is considered like crypto for dummies.
Mm-hmm.
But because of that, they have a premium charge. Like they charge you more than they should because it's easy to use. So if you just put in a little bit more time to learn how traditional SEX, that's what they're called, CEX versus DEXs. SEXs are centralized exchanges. DEXs are decentralized exchanges.
How many sexes are there in crypto? Is it only 2?
No, there's quite a bit.
Multi-gender, huh?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
I guess you could say it's pro LBGT. There's many types of exchanges, but the fees could be avoided if you use decentralized exchanges. So if you really want to get into the advanced layers of crypto, you have to familiarize yourself with like PancakeSwap at least. Uniswap is for big boys. So if you're not playing with 100,000 or more, I would stay away from it because the fees are like $60 just to move stuff.
Goodness.
Just to be like, I'm moving $4,000, it charges you $60. I'm moving $10, it charges you $60.
Dang.
So it's like it's very Ethereum is really clotted right now. It's digested. I mean,
sweet, man. Well, guys,
Kraken has no spread fee. That's true.
David Flores is dropping some nuggets in the comment section. I appreciate that big time, David, my brother.
PancakeSwap has a 65-cent fee. You could literally purchase $1 billion and it would just charge you 65 cents for the transaction. So that's beautiful. That's where the market's going. That's why BNB went from $30. If you follow me on Telegram, you would have gotten it on BNB at $30. And what is it at today? 400, 500 something. That's a 10x.
Tell us how to get a hold of you on Telegram, bro. So explain to the people what Telegram is. There's probably people that don't know what that is, and explain to them how they can get a hold of you and plug yourself and your services for anybody that wants to get in more detailed consulting. How can they do that?
My Telegram group is private, but it's called RGV Cypherpunks. And it's for people that want to get into the deeper layers of crypto where you're not even using centralized exchanges. Like you're using decentralized exchanges with the minimal fees, with the highest profit possibility. Because you're getting into the coins before they even get listed into exchanges. By the time you're getting it on Coinbase, you're already 100th place. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like you need to get it when the project comes out and it's been a week and people have audited. They know it's not a scam. They know that these people are real and everyone's like hyped about it. There's less than 100 users or 1,000 users. That's when you make life-changing money. By the time it gets to Coinbase, it's considered a high market cap coin. So it's not a scam. All those coins that you see on Coinbase, the reason that Coinbase has them listed is because they're very safe. And the money is not in safe coins. I mean, it'll go up. Bitcoin, the most you'll make now is like a 2x. If you buy $1,000 Bitcoin today, it'll go to 100K. You'll make $2,000. You make you'll make $1,000. But if you want to make that 1,000x, 100x, Telegram is a good place to be if you want to be in communities that talk about crypto. If you want to get into my Telegram group, contact me on Facebook or Twitter. My Twitter is Enigma-esque. It's just like the word Enigma and then ESQUE after it.
And then on Facebook, you can find him on my friends list under Luis E. Cantu.
Add me and tell me. Just say in the message, crypto question, and then like I'll let you know how. Because I used to do it for free, and I realized like people share the information out, and it fucks. I'm sorry, excuse me. It messes it's first bad word of the
screws.
It screws with our game plan because some of these things have to be strategically marketed. So I realized that adding a paywall of a membership fee helps. So I charge my members $20 a month, but they get like you guys can ask questions just how you're asking me. You have real-time access to me on Telegram.
Yeah.
You ask me a question, hey, what do you think about this coin? I'll tell you the honest truth. And I think it's a scam because of this.
Yeah.
You could save money just by having access to me like that. And you also get at least 2 calls a month. What is a call? A signal is like this is me sharing a speculative option. Like I'm sharing, I think this coin might go up because this event that's happening. It's going to be burning its tokens in September. So if you get in before then, it might 10x because they're burning a certain amount. I'm using actual events, not just like pretending that something is going to make it go up. I'm looking at what is the team doing in the future? Where are we at in the present? Oh, okay. There's a potential gain for this event that is occurring. So if you want, put $100 to $200. I'll even tell you what range in your portfolio. You shouldn't put more than 5% of your portfolio, or you should go 20. This is pretty safe. This is approved by so and so. So,
Awesome stuff.
everyone has their different ways to research. But having a crypto consultant in a Telegram group helps because everyone else is in there with you, and they're also supportive. And we have a great time. We make gains together, and we celebrate together sometimes.
Everybody wins, bro. Put it in the comments again. We all win.
Yeah.
Daniel Ordonez says, I need access to you.
I can type in my username.
What? Your Enigma or
Enigma-esque.
Yeah, okay, I got you.
That if they type that in on Facebook, I should come out. But also my name.
Yeah, I think it's real easy for you guys to go on
if we get to how many likes are we at, brother?
We are at 172 right now,
If we
173.
get to 200 likes, we'll do one more prediction, maybe XRP or whatever people decide. Let's do a vote. If you want me to do a prediction on XRP, let me see some ones. And if you want to see some predictions on a different coin, type in 2 and then the coin that you want me to predict. I just want to see what kind of options we get. 1 for XRP, 2 for a different option, and put your option after the number 2. So we can get some comments and see what the community feels.
Is your page set to private on Facebook? Some people are trying to look you up. Luis?
Yeah, no, I'm public.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm public on Facebook.
All right.
I see some 2s, some 1s.
Cool. Longoria's 1s. I see a lot of 1s coming in.
So they want to know about XRP. Yeah, I'm getting some follows on your Luis Gallo. Just follow me. Some
Cool.
people are finding me, so yeah, I'm accessible. Felix Garcia, just follow me. I'm gonna confirm.
Lots of 1s.
Yeah.
Is that what XRP?
Yeah, XRP. I'll talk about XRP. So XRP, right? You want to see an example of how I predicted XRP?
Victor Delgado is asking, what is your Twitter name? Is at Enigma-esque. I typed
That's
it in
my
the
Twitter,
comments.
yeah. You could. It's the same as my Facebook. So, let me show you something, Raymond. A 1 minute prediction. So, on April 10th, you see this? April 10th, 11:56 p.m. Ripple was at 58 cents.
Okay.
And I sent this to my Telegram group. As much as I absolutely hate what it stands for,
Yeah.
according to Elliott wave theory, it is forming a bullish ascending right triangle formation. And all I'm waiting for is a confirmation of 70 cents. If it hits 70 cents, I predict some sort of news, some sort of SEC related news. I feel that perhaps this will be the news that we're waiting for Ripple to be relisted into Coinbase and major exchanges. And because of those factors, now these are all hypothetical, but Elliott wave theory usually predicts before news cycles come out. So I believe if it passes 70 cents, Ripple will shoot up to $1.40, possibly higher, minimum $1.20. So that's my next target. What is it at today?
What is it at today, bro?
Watch. On April 10th, when I sent that message, it was at 58 cents. Ripple price. So today, Ripple is at...
Here's some results from the web.
Let's see. I'm
Yeah.
just getting some time here.
This is amazing because you can...
Ripple is at $1, exactly how I said it.
$1.44.
Yeah. So on April 10th, when it was, if you look up the price of Ripple on April 10th, it was 50 some cents. I sent this message to my Telegram group and I told them, hey, I think this coin is going up because the math says it will. I didn't even know. The news of the SEC came out on April 14th, 4 days afterwards. So, like, I didn't know.
And the way you analyze it, bro, you sound like you're a freaking tornado chaser, dude. Like, for real, bro. We got one coming down on Wichita, making a right triangle, angle cut towards Wichita, Kansas.
Possible 3x in the next 48 hours.
It's going to go F5, the finger of God.
I'll tell you this, I'm not always right. You know, my win ratio is like 70-30. But that's why I tell my friends and followers that that listen to my advice, you know, be careful how much you invest. And if you follow the advice of never invest more than, and then I tell you a certain amount, you'll almost always be okay, because that's what I'm doing. I wouldn't put my portfolio at risk if I'm giving you a call. I won't give you anything that I'm not in. Also, I'll show you that I'm in it before I even. Like I'm in there with you guys.
Awesome stuff, man.
And the cool thing about being on my Telegram group is that when I exit the cryptos, I announce it. So like, hey, I'm thinking of exiting, you know, somewhere in the next 30 minutes, and people can exit with me.
Yeah.
I don't like to dump on people. It's not ethical. It's better for you to be richer, because then next time we find a coin together, we're able to
work together.
Yeah, to sort of like find these opportunities, and sometimes pump a legitimate coin to bring it back to life. Some of these coins weren't dead for 3 years, like Neo. Neo is a legitimate Chinese protocol. It's like the Chinese Ethereum, and like it's a legitimate currency, and it was dead for 3 years, you know. And then people started buying it. Someone like me went out there and gave a signal, and people started accumulating it, and it went up to like $120.
Wow.
Probably on its way to 200, because Neo just released its platform, Neo 3.
Wow.
So yeah, man.
This guy knows his stuff, guys. This guy, like, he's passionate. He's passionate about this stuff. We're close to 200 likes. Make sure you smash the like button if you're watching this. If you gain some knowledge from it, follow my buddy Luis, Luise Cantu, Cantu on Facebook. That's the easiest way to find him. He's on my friends list, my personal friends list, or you can just search him up, Luis Cantu.
Oh wow, an hour and 6 minutes.
Yeah, man. I appreciate you guys joining us. God bless you guys for joining us, man, and thank you for being an awesome crowd with some awesome questions.
Yeah, they're good questions.
Big time. So thanks for joining us. One more to hit 200 likes, and we'll wrap it up, man. I appreciate you guys. God bless you guys, and armor of God on you and your homes. If you want to do me a favor, and you want to do me a solid favor, you can pray for me by putting it in the comments, armor of God on my family and my home. And I love when people pray for my family and for my home and for myself. That is worth its weight in gold for me. So God bless you guys. Thanks again, my buddy Luis Cantu, aka Louis Phantom.
That's my stage name.
That's a stage name. When he goes on stage, guys, tremendous comedy musician, and you'll be seeing him on my shows coming up soon, man. God bless you guys. God loves you guys. Ahí lo guachamos. Thanks so much.